2?
No.
Like,
It's bone moss. I don't want that one. I want Glittergrub. Here we are. The Glittergrub? The Glittergrub? Where are you, Glittergrub? Alright, now go to... Close that. And go to... Here we go. Do publish. Yes. Confirm. Sweet. Okay. Right? Right? I can actually close that window. Let's close it. Let's just close it. All right. Okay. Hopefully this won't take too long. And reduce that volume for me. Volume for you seems okay. And I don't know, do we want to get started? Yes, minimize that. And go back to my OBS. Hey, Rach! Hello! Hello! Rach E. Or Rachi or Rash. Charles. Worms today. Grubs. Worms yesterday. Grubs today. Yes. What a world we live in. How is everyone doing this morning? Technically morning still where I am. This is going to be a client drawing. And let me make sure my pen's all set up nice. If I do... Oh, nope. That's not what I want at all. B. Okay. Something like that. Sure. Okay. Maybe purple. What about purple? What did I do last time? Was it green? It was green. Yeah, it was green. So purple might be nice. Let's do purple. Although the final will be black and white. It's nice. It's nice to draw in color for fun. All right. Doing all right over here. Fantastic. It's raining today. It's a Sunday. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh my God. And, oh, is another one coming? Yes. Usually I sneeze in threes, but today it was 1 plus 3. Okay. Great. Seems like I'm going to Metrotown later today. Metrotown Mall. So that's exciting. All right. I guess we'll begin. Shall we? Got my cameras all set up. Everything's all set up. Everything's ready to go. Okay. What is a glittergrub? That's the question of the day. Glittergrubs. Larval form of large, harmless, brightly luminescent moths that eat little and mainly seek to mate and lay eggs before they die. That's the moths. In their larval form, they look like a cross between a grub and a centipede with very large mandibles and translucent bodies with rows of little chitinous black legs. The grubs are all chitinous. Yes, that's CHITINOUS. That reminds me. Since I'm here and I can. Chitin. I used to pronounce chitin chitin or chitinous. I used to say chitinous, but it's chitinous. Apparently it's a Greek word. And how do I know this? Because I went to I looked it up. But right here on my channel, I have a guide to D&D pronunciation. Is it going to come up? Yes, look at that. Here we go.
Fun fact, the origin of the word drow.
Here you go. If you want to know how to pronounce drow, just go to my YouTube, which some of you are on right now. If you're hearing the sound of my voice, you're on YouTube. D&D pronunciation, which has 445 views. Not too bad. So that's fun. But enough of that. Let's get back to the monster description. I got the sidetrack, a little tangent there. Chitinous black legs. The grubs are also bioluminescent and gather in groups on the ceilings of caves where they sparkle in the dark like stars and hunt by extruding translucent sticky threads. Now there are real creatures. Oh, we got a good group here today. Charles, Rach, Watcher DM has joined us. Cthulhu Inc. has joined us. Adam has joined us. Hello, welcome. There are real glowworms in New Zealand that do this, so I guess these are based on those. Creatures that are drawn to the light get caught in these threads and hoisted to cave ceilings where they are devoured. Because the threads are translucent, they are easier to spot in darkness than in light when their glows are easily overpowered by other light sources. Got it. The smallest grubs are about an inch long. The largest, before they turn into moths, can be the size of a person's forearm. My God. They mainly eat small prey, but when they gather in the dozens or hundreds, they can easily trap and hoist an unwary human. So that's fun. So I'm trying to wrap my mind around how I could, because there's a big. If I include, I'm inclined not to include a human or a person in this drawing because of the size differential. The last one I did yesterday was a lot of foreshortening because again they were little tiny grubs, little tiny worms. Bone moss it was called. I called it bone worms, but they're called bone moss. I made a mistake. I guess it's my fault. And so there was a lot of hand foreshortening so you could see. But I think what I'll do this time is maybe like I'll do like an up view. This is not the drawing. We haven't started. And like the worms, I don't know. I gotta make, like, should I put a guy's head? No. I know there's no humans. Like, how do I illustrate the tiny threads that are coming down from the critters? And also show the critters. Do I show something trapped in the threads? And if I do, what is trapped in the threads? Something that's similar to size? I'm inclined to just show the monsters. Yeah, because it's tough. It's tough, right? I mean, maybe that'll be part of the process. Well, before we get started, I'd like to remind everyone. Patreon. I have a Patreon. You can pay me $1 a month for this amazing content that you're enjoying. Amazing, quote unquote. And I'm also on Blue Sky. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Tumblr, and I have a website where I sell my original art from various editions of Dungeons and Dragons. So, with that out of the way, should we do the drawing? Here's what I want to do. I want to make this lighter. Can I do that? Something like that. Yeah, like that lighter. Okay. So, what is everyone saying? Bless you. Thank you. Do you know where you are right now? Who, me? Yes, I think so. Adam just walked in the door. Watcher says, I am on YouTube. And they sound like my family, says Cthulhu Inc. These grubs. Oh, these glitter grubs. So I'm going to write. I don't know why I'm so sniffly this morning. I'm going to write a few things down. I'm going to write down glitter. I'm going to make this a little bit darker, actually. A little bit more purpley. A little darker. Glitter grubs. No, I just want glitter. Because they glow. They glow. They got the glitter. And they got the mandibles. And they got the black legs. And so they look like a cross between a grub and a centipede with very large. Translucent. And they're translucent. And they got the sticky threads. Sticky threads. Do I do like a... It's not a spider. It's not going to be like a web. But maybe I can do like some kind of Because they're going to be at the top, right? I don't know. I don't know how I do this. This is a toughie, guys. Any suggestions, throw them in the chat. Adam says, I found some good map folios of the companion, so I've got that to work with. I don't know what that means. Let me take another drink. I'm going to drink and I'm going to think. Do I do... Here's another option. Maybe I do like 3 big guys in the foreground. Hanging, maybe like this is the cave. And there's a bunch of guys here. And we see the sticky threads hanging down. And maybe we see like some dude. Maybe that's the way I do it. Because then I don't have to waste a bunch of time doing detail on the dude. Or lady. Could be a dude or a lady. Maybe this is what I do. And then this could be like a torch or something. Right? Right? I guess I've started. I've started drawing. It's 11:39. All right, let's see if I can do this in... I haven't even gotten to my reference yet. My God. And then like some foreshortening on the torch here. That head should be smaller. Everything should be smaller. And then these guys, I don't know how I do that. Apparently this is going to be a horizontal, not a vertical drawing. Okay. Grubs over an open doorway with threads hanging down to catch you. I don't know if there's like, if it was a cave doorway, maybe. Yeah. Let's do this. I appreciate the suggestion, though. I do. The Western Interior Seaway is still there. Turtle Island is still 3 subcontinents. The fun thing about cave worms is that the strands of mucus they dangle have little blobbies like string of beads. Yes, I recall that. There could a lot you can do with that. Yeah, the blobbies. The blobbies. That's not bad. It's not a bad idea. The blobbies, the little sticky threads. Yeah. Okay. So let's make this dude even smaller. And let's now figure out. I'm gonna put all that. Go away. I'm gonna put that all in an underlayer. Let's make this one orange. Sure, why not? And let's look at some of my references that I should have done before I started drawing. Where are we here? Let's get back to my... All right, I got my file open. I got a folder full of a reference. My reference folder has a subfolder called Arthropods, Insects, Crustaceans, and Spiders. So let's quickly go through here. This is a nice one. Not relevant. This guy has nice mandibles. Some spiders. Sorry, arachnobulbs. There's some nice mandibles from Red. Is that that? Red Achurado, drone pilot / photographer. A lot of crabs. Happy little bee in a flower. Some lichen katydid, which are pretty great. Quite like those guys. They're quite handsome. Those are some big old mandibles. Man, these are mandibles for having fights with other males, as opposed to the mandibles for grabbing and eating. There's a centipede. And a bunch of wasps. Okay, hornets and wasps at the end. So, I think the one I like the best from here. Going back. Those are pretty kick-ass. So I'll keep that one open if I can. And then also, there it is. I grabbed the bull ant mandibles, are pretty sweet. The Dobson fly mandibles, not to be trifled with. And then I have some grubs. Here's a handsome grub from the Hercules beetle. There's another one. I also think also from the same. And what are these? Giant earthworms? Yeah, we'll skip those guys. And then I got centipede, and this handsome dude here from R.C. Kendrick, 2008. Thank you, R.C. Kendrick. So we got some things to work with in terms of creature design. Transparent, grubby, with big mandibles. All right, so let's do the basic body shape first and figure out what they're going to look like. So I feel like do a head. This is not actually, let me just completely, we're just designing. We're going to design. Because traditionally in 20-minute monsters, I'm redoing an established monster from like this here monster manual, for example. But now I'm making this up from scratch based on a written description. So I should really give myself more time than. So like, how does it? Maybe like it hangs on like this. It hangs on with the back. And it's got a little tiny head with big mandibles. And then I don't know, where does the string hang down from its mouth, I guess. Maybe, I don't know what grubs. See, I'm looking at my grub now. There's a grub head. And like, does it even have eyes? Would it need eyes? Maybe like they're just little dots. I guess they're probably because cave creatures don't traditionally have big eyes. They got little like light sensors, I guess. Let me take a look at this one's head. Okay, so I'm going to look up. Here's what I'm going to do. Hercules beetle. I'm going to go back to Google. Hercules beetle grub head. Can I get a head? A head of the beetle grub? Oh, there's a nice picture. Oh, it's so small. Oh, here we go. Look at this guy. Look at that. So maybe we'll do something like that. We'll follow that. Follow the basic anatomy of the Hercules beetle grub. So it's kind of like that. And it's kind of like the little dots on the side. That's the center line if we had one. And then a little thing here. And we'll just make those things way bigger. I think like that's even huger. Should they be even huger? And then here's the centipede. Here's the grub part. But where's the centipede part? I guess it's on the back. It's got to have do like a line down the middle, a lateral line, and then something like that. And then let me look at my centipede reference again. Torrance drawing, guessing I am not doing any work for a while. Thank you. Welcome Bully. Tiger beetle mandibles are so fun. All right, let me look it up. Mandibles. Pardon me, excuse me. Yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, those are nice. I like the long ones, but maybe we can do like a combination. Okay. Maybe like, there's like, how about 2 sets of mandibles? It's a monster after all. Double mandibles. Okay, great. And then let me go back to my centipede here, this reference here. I like the jaggedy, but remember, as per my description, the legs are black. So the body's translucent, which is going to be difficult to show in a black and white drawing. But we can definitely 1, 2. How many? Let's not do them all the way along the body. Let's do like 3 at the front and maybe 3 to 5 at the back for hanging on. So I think we've got our general and like long ones at the back. They're longer at the back than they are at the front. So that's cool. Okay, so this is our general creature shape. So that's good. We got it. So now, using this as our, in fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab all these, and we're going to, sure, white. Why not white? Sure. Make it white. Who's going to stop me? Okay. Now, another layer. This is going to be our, I don't know if it'll be our, let's go back to our rough layer. And let's figure this out. Go back to our purple. The perspective is going down like this. That's our perspective, right? That's our vanishing point. Something like that. So Buddy will be down here. Let's put that back up to full opacity. Full opaqueness. Is he walking? Let's have him walking. That looks kind of lame. Maybe he's not walking. But he's definitely looking up. Is it an adventurer of some kind, I assume? Pointy ears? Is it our good old friend Roderick? No, what was his name? What did I do when I was doing 20-minute monsters? I had that elf. Rudiger. Rudiger the elf. So maybe... Sword. Maybe? A sword? And then holding the torch. Is that two foreshortened? It looks kind of dopey. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to erase all of that because I hate it. Let me try again. Maybe he's walking. Let's have him walking this way. See if that makes any difference. There's a square. There's this torso. Not square shoulders, but rectangular. I think this is a little more interesting. Something like that. I guess we're gonna do like a. This will be like a black background. Do like a thing at the end where I can. So keep that in mind. And then. So we got these things. Let's just use these perspective lines as my. We can even have more like that are out of sight so we don't see the cave critters. Do like maybe like this is our hero. This is our hero guy. With his bead coming down out of his mouth. Should be very similar to what we just drew. And then we'll have like two side guys kind of framing the shot. Something like that. Does that make sense? And they're all kind of like cozy up with each other. Something like that. Okay, let me get rid of my white glitter. Oh, and the glitter. The glitter, the glow. That'll be, yeah. Yeah, let me think about that. Let's put that in another layer and get rid of it for now. So this is our composition. Where are you? I'm on the wrong layer. This is our composition. How does that feel? Maybe touch it a bit. No. B. So like, this is some kind of this is a path, cave path of some kind. Probably we won't draw that really. But we can get like a column or something maybe. I don't know. They have columns in natural caves, so where the stalactites and the stalagmites meet. I don't want to draw too much, but could be cool. All right. Kind of don't like this column here, but we'll leave it in for now because it's like, I feel like if something should be framing the lower, it should be more of these grubs, the glitter grubs. And try to find a. Here we go. Try to find a. So they don't all look like they're exactly the same perspective. But I feel like maybe we can make this guy a little bit smaller. And maybe this guy a little bit smaller as well. Put him over like here, something like that. Okay, where's my master? Let's do him in black so I don't get confused. No, black, and then G. Yes, there's our happy Our happy little dude. Okay. 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 I think we are good to go to just draw. Let's just draw. Let's draw. We came here to draw and we're going to draw. Let's make this purple. Because we're purple. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, double cool. The legs is what I'm worried about taking the most time, to be quite honest. What's going on in the chat? Front end like the brain bug in Starship Troopers. Oh, it's been so long since I've seen Starship Troopers. Let me Google it. Let me Google it. Brain bug, Starship Troopers. Images. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at this. Look at this handsome guy. This scary yonic mouth there. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. That's you know, I like it. That's inspiring. So maybe I do like Rose. Yeah. Good suggestion, Mr. Newell. Thank you for joining. Let's do. Is this an appropriate size? 25 maybe might be better. Let's do some eyes like that. This is our hero bug. Our hero Glittergrub. And let's do like this. And then he's got his little one of these things here. And the light, and we're gonna remember that the light source is right in the middle. So we'll keep that in mind. And yeah. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do his head shape? Let me go back to kind of round, right? This is a center. We can have a center line. We don't need to hide it. Maybe we like. I don't know. Is that too hokey? It's starting to look like a superhero monster or something. And so we decided he would have 2 sets of mandibles. And then we're going to do some foreshortening here. I think just like, yeah. Let's keep it simple, stupid. Bum, 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 bum. And then this is the grubby part. Grubby. And where are those? Let me look at my picture of the centipede again. Centipede, there you are. I had another one. Where's the other one? I guess this one is pretty creepy. Like they're all so thin and spindly, which is good. Whereas these are like more like, I don't know, jaggedy, hooky things. Oh, now I gotta make a decision. Which one's easier to draw? Let's do. Wow. The problem is like. I'm gonna have to. I think there's gonna have to be another layer of highlights. All right, where's this body going to? Let's have him twisting around, so that the side goes here, and then this side comes around. Let me just put this guy on my other monitor, nice and big, blocking out the chat so I can't see what's happening, what everyone is saying. Bridge so the grubs gather at a natural trap. Oh, stalactites. I mean, I could have. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is just like they're on a stalactite here. I mean, that's not a bad. Stalactites. And then I could infer some more here. Maybe this guy is like winding down here. And this guy is just like, he goes out of the... Yeah, let's do that. And then This guy. His. We can make these guys a little nicer later on. This one's a fat one. And then, where's the light going to be? Casting shadows this way. And casting shadows along this side here. Right? Oh, that's those are grubs, not. Right? Because like, I should reference. Let me reference cave columns. Gotta get yourself some marble columns. Cave columns. Yeah, this is kind of like the traditional. That guy there. So also, again, a lot of detail to draw. Here's a good one. By Dave Bunnell. Can I get a big version of that? Seems like no. Let me drop it right in here so I can. Right? Like bigger around the, but bigger at the bottom. But we also have foreshortening, so I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. So these are the. So I'm gonna make that a little bit lighter, and then. As we get further away from the light source, there will be more darkness. Darkness. Right? Boom, boom, boom. Spending all this way too much time on this stalag. It's not even a mite, or it's just a stalag. Okay. And then. Should we draw this guy? Let's draw this guy. Let me save my work. Who is this guy? Who is this fellow? Let's make it a lady. Let's make it. I don't want to get too detailed here. That's my problem. Let's do a face shape. Let's make her, I don't know. Helmet? No. Let's give her a Vulcan haircut. Doesn't look much like a lady, but that's okay. There we go. Remember that the How do you hold a torch? How do you hold a torch? Something like that. Not as much foreshortening as I thought. As I imagined in my mind. Maybe we can fix that. Let's give her those things. For my brush is quite large. What is she holding in another hand? Let's put her sword at her side. Maybe she's a little bit vexed. He or she. Maybe it's I guess it's just androgynous. put a little. There we go. Maybe we just don't put anything in the other hand. Just leave it. It's fine. Something like that. Something like that. Okay. Marvelous Marvin Meldy. Hello. Medley, not Meldy. And 6 Intruder. Wow. Great turnout today. For the Glittergrubs. All right. So. Here is our. Here's our torch and our person. And our Glittergrubs. With the, I mean, I guess like this would all be in the shadow, right? So let's take advantage of the tremendous amount of shadow we're going to be having. And just block everything. By the way, I watched Bone Temple last night, and it was great. I liked it a lot. Yeah, I recommend it. If you, not for the squeamish, though, I'll tell you that much. There's a lot of torture. A lot of torture in that one. And then we get some more legs here. Some more legs over here. And here's another happy little dude. That's his head. Something like that. You can just see his beady little eyes on one side of his head. Something like that. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? Difficult. Difficult to draw. It's kind of a mess. Let me redo that. Oh, oh, oh! I also accidentally got rid of some of the leg there. Let's take a little more care. Just a little more care. And we can get some. That's too inorganic. 1, 2. What is he holding on to? I don't know. Does it matter? Ba, 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 ba. Something like that. Like, do we put some dots along the sides? Maybe we do. Make it more grub-like. Bow, 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 da, da, bow, 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 da, da. More caterpillar-like. Yes, yes. I'm just disregarding the rules I made for how many legs they have. And this will just all be. It's all getting lost in the darkness anyway. Bow, 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 bow. I'm gonna let's draw these. Let's use a proper drawing brush here. No, it's hard. It's too difficult. Some Spider-Man music. Maybe that's okay. Do we feel that that's okay? Their faces are all basically the same. This guy's mandibles. You did a shitty job, Torn. I like the center line. Let's put the center line back in on this, on all their heads. This one looks super crap. Super crap. Redo. Do-over. Total do-over. Small mandibles. I see something's happening in the chat. It's the drool that glitters. All that glitters is the drool. You know, a frat house called themselves the Bone Temple at some point. That could be. Could be. All right. Those don't look like the other ones. Maybe this one's got its jaws open wider. Maybe that's what we do with this guy. Yes, I think that's the answer. Just to differentiate him. So they don't all look too samey-samey. You know what I'm... You know? There's that guy's. Their legs are all getting in each other's way. And then let's put some more legs on this side. Something like that. Get rid of this. I should have got rid of it a long time ago. That's okay. Right? Does that look like something? Does it? Tell me. I feel like I didn't do the legs properly for any of these guys, except for maybe this guy. Because they should like come up from underneath the body, not on the side. Well, kind of the side. Here, let me try. Let me say my working. How are we doing for time? I've not been keeping track of time at all. But let's get these. Ba, 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 ba. That guy, this torch is interfering with this guy's drool. Let's just pretend. Let's just pretend. Do we need anything else? Let me get rid of this and see where we're at. This was going to be another little dude, wasn't it? So let's actually do that. Let's actually have him. This is a smaller one. That we're not going to be too worried about. Bow, bow, bow. Something like that. Something like that. And let's give him a little line as well. And put some bloopies along the lines. Technical bloopies. Bloopies. And I feel like pretty much done. Yeah. Something like that. I feel like the problem is my my eraser brush has a bit of an angle to it that I don't like. So let me see. That's better. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's because it was using. All right. Okay. We're cool. We're cool. All right, get that center line going again. Even on the little guy. And I feel like this is it. I feel like this is what happened. Like maybe I don't know. Get my is this still my? Yes, fountain incomplete. Okay, great. Like, okay. Let's imagine now. Here's the black and white version. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? If I were to add in a tonal layer, maybe I just replace this. And this is now going to be, let's make it, no, 36% is what it's at. Let's try that. Like, I can just, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's do this. Let's do all of this. We're doing all of this. You're saying, you're going crazy, Torn. What the hell? You've gone too far. Maybe I have, friend. Maybe I have. Maybe I did go too far. That's what they're gonna say. But maybe, just maybe. See, here's what we can do. Since we, no. We do the straight line here. There we go. It's okay if it's a little offset. And then we can really want to. Yeah, that's fine. And we just do. And again, with the legs, we can get more things going on with the legs here. And I think maybe that helps us. Makes it a little more creepy. Get a little more texture on those rocks. Some nice, something like that. And then again with the, I feel like that helps us. Generally, I feel like that's a help. And then we can just, why not even, let's even make the dots glowy too. Why not? I feel like that's a good idea. And these are These are the Glittergrubs. Glitter, glitter, glitter. Something like that. Let me go back to, let's put this guy, give our friend here some more shadow. I think that's it. I think we did it. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the Glittergrubs. There's one more to do in this series for this client. Let me actually, I forgot to do the little spots on this guy's side, so let's do that. Oh, no, no. B. And down to maybe like 45 or something like that. Yes, there we go. And then less so on this side. Okay, great. Yeah. We did it. It's, it's a thing. Okay. And the last drawing to do for this project is actually not a monster, but a PC or a character. 2026. Yeah. How does that look, everyone? Comments, questions? Hey, it's great. Putting a comment in a YouTube video. That's helpful for everyone. Just catching up on the chat. Is the black part the translucent bits? I didn't really make them translucent, did I? No, not really. No mistakes, just happy accidents. Well said, Booley / Bob Ross. They're all drooling with anticipation. 33 minutes. Thank you, Alan. Of course, it's not 33 minutes anymore. How will you show the bloopies glowing? Yeah, just. I mean, I could. Here's something else I could do. Maybe I will. Let me save my work. I could do another layer. Let's go to white, and then I go to. No, not that. One of these. I got general. Let's go to general. The general brushes. There's nothing in the general brushes. No, there they are. Probably this one. Soft, round, pressure, opacity. And then if I make the tool nice and big, I could kind of, let's do it on a layer underneath here. Like that. Maybe, let's just try that. So wherever I had those white things, those are the glowies. And let's give them a little bit of a glow too, just because. Just around there. So there's actually 4 Glittergrubs in here. Which is good. So there you go. Well spotted, Booley. Marvelous Marvin Medley says, dagger, worm, fire. Kick ass. Thank you very much. If you finish this out ever, you should stock art this thing. Well, so this is for a project, for a client. So I, maybe in the future, in the far, far future, after the publication is published and some time has passed, I don't want to compete with my client's work. But yeah, in the future, I want to just... There's one thing that's bothering me here. This part right here. Nope. This part right... Oh, God, come on. Get closer. Closer, damn it. There. Let's just get this. Let's just get that. Separate that a little bit. And now I'm happy. So, I'll see you next time. What is the job next time? Let me read my... Dame Veer, young and slender, wears an ornate mask. It looks like a Venetian take on a moth or insect face with bulbous eyes and antenna. Wears elegant but simple black dress with a brooch, tiny chain, with a glow grub moth the size of a sparrow. With long gloves. So, interesting. Lots of description. Pardon me for this character. But this was the Glittergrubs, and I hope you enjoyed. And thanks for tuning in. And yeah, when the project is published, stay tuned to my social media. I got an email from a previous client, Phil Tucker of Bastion fame, who I did some swords and wizardry stuff for, and he wants to get me to do some more stuff, so that's always good. And yeah, so check out Phil Tucker's new book, Bastion. Kickstarting. The hardcover is kickstarting, but you can get the deluxe hardcover is kickstarting, but you can get it right now. And I'll see you next time on the internet. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye. Stop streaming.